Hello guys and welcome back. Today I'm going to be cutting with the Stihl MS462 and I'm just cutting wood, but I think this would be a good time to just express some of my love for this 462. I have a lot of saws, a lot of good saws, and sometimes I get really excited about a saw, and all my saws are great. They're all built well, they all cut really good, but this 462 I've had it for 2 years now. No, 3 years. I've had it for 3 years this September. And when it was stock, it was by far my favorite saw. Not by far, it was my favorite saw. It's lightweight, it has a lot of power. You can run a big bar. It's built well, it filters the air well, it doesn't get plugged up with chips, it has a metal handle, it oils well. It's just a hell of a good saw. And then I got it ported last year about this time. And it's just an incredible saw. Like, it's not too heavy to where you don't want to walk through the woods and cut wood with it and carry it up and down hills, but it still has excellent power. And I can definitely say if there was one saw that I had to keep forever and I can only have that one saw, it'd be this 462. Now this one is ported by 309 Machine. It was a hell of a saw before it got ported, and once it's ported it's even better. So this would be the go-to for sure. It just runs right all the time. It's just a great saw. So I've got some ash here to cut up, and it's gonna be about 90 today. It was 80 last weekend and it was so nice. I worked outside like all day and it was pleasant. Today I'm gonna get soaked in about 10 minutes. There's sweat bees everywhere. It's hell. It's not good because I'm a complainer, but I got 4 empty totes. I just did a delivery last weekend, so I really need to get these filled back up and get some of this ash drying, because it's only going to take a month or two and it'll be good to go. So that is my goal today, is to get 4 baskets worth of wood cut up, and then probably tomorrow morning, while it's cool in the morning, I will split it, because the splitter doesn't make a ton of noise, so where I'm going to bother my neighbors. But this saw, on the other hand, it makes a ton of noise, and I don't think people would appreciate it very much if I was running it at 8 a.m. So that is the plan today. Cut ash with the 462 and my little mini hoe to move the wood around. So let's get at it.
Thank you.
Alright guys, so I just finished up. I got these big boys cut over here. Now those are going to be too big to go on the splitter, so I got a special attachment that's going to make those smaller before they go on the splitter. Then I got this whole pile cut. I don't know if the camera does it justice. It's a pretty good sized pile. So everything worked good. The 462, like I said, it's my favorite saw, and if I could only have one, this is what I would choose. If I had all stock saws, stock 462. If I was running all ported saws, ported 462. Great saw. And I'm cutting all ash, and this stuff, it's dry, like it's been dead for a long time. Some of it was punky, but some of it was like perfect. And if you've ever cut dry dead ash before, it is super hard. It splits nice because it's so hard that when it does split, it just like breaks, and it splits nice, but it cuts hard. So yeah, 462 did great. I cut about 1.5 tanks on it, and usually I can cut about a full cord on a tank, a little bit more, so I'm confident that I have more wood than I need to fill these totes up with. So yeah, thanks for watching, and come back and see when I split all this up. I'll see you next time. Bye.